When a person's searching for an advisor, the first thing they should look at is finding, I believe, a fiduciary advisor. And a fiduciary advisor is an advisor who has a legal obligation to act in their best interest. And so they're held to a much higher standard than just any advisor. When you go out and you break the whole world down into fiduciary and non-fiduciary advisors, it's been estimated that about only 15% of advisors are fiduciaries, which means that 85% are not. So pretty much anytime you're dealing with anyone on a commission basis, you're dealing with a non-fiduciary. Well, you really want to be over on the fiduciary side because dealing with fiduciary advisor is the first step. And by going down that first step, you will have eliminated 85% of those advisors to deal with a fiduciary, someone who's got a legal obligation to act in your best interest. We're actively managing our clients' portfolios. We're adjusting, we're changing, we're modifying depending on what's actually happening in the market. We put ourselves in a position where we have to prove ourselves to our clients and we have to earn the right to manage their money. Once you've narrowed it down, now you're working with fiduciary advisors. Now you want to work with experienced advisors. If you're working with someone who's got a year or two of experience, you're paying the same price for that person, but you're not really gaining anything for it. It's kind of like hiring a guide to take you on a river rafting trip down the Grand Canyon. There's all kinds of rapids, there's all kinds of really dangerous spots. You want to go with a guy that's got significant experience navigating those rapids because the investment markets are very similar. And I would recommend 10 years worth of experience from your advisor. I've been doing this since 1986. The difference that we have here at Paragon is we have significantly exceeded the S&P 500. We've done better on the upside significantly, and we've gone down less on the downside. And so our risk-adjusted numbers are exceptional. Track record is interesting because as investors go out and look for a track record, it's extremely hard to find. When you go out and you look at different advisors' sites, they virtually never have their numbers posted. I don't see how an investor can make a decision without comparing track records. Say you've narrowed it down to 10 advisors, you can compare their track records. It's an absolute comparison. It's not like a touchy-feely, is this one better than that? You're looking at numbers and the numbers are what they are, and it's an easy comparison. You want to select an advisor who has no conflicts of interest. In other words, you want to make sure that their interests are aligned completely with your interest and that you're both on the same page. When you read the fine print and you read through the documents, if there's a surrender charge, then they're receiving a commission. And our advice is that you deal only with advisors who are not charging you commissions for their products. Usually when you go and invest somewhere, you've got surrender fees, you've got penalties, you can't get your money out. And at Paragon we're different because essentially we're charging a management fee to manage the portfolios, but if a person is here for 3 days, we're going to charge them for 3 days of management. If they're here for 3 months, we're going to charge them for 3 months worth of management. Essentially, we put ourselves in a position where we have to prove ourselves to our clients and we have to earn the right to manage their money. Otherwise, they've got complete control to leave whenever they want. You want to make sure that your funds are secure, and so we recommend that you deal with a third-party custodian. So you basically got a three-way relationship. You've got you, the client, the firm custodying the money, and then you've got the advisor who is moving the money around and actually managing the money. And the relationship that we have that we've worked with for years is Charles Schwab, and they're one of the best in business. I definitely understand how difficult it is for a person to try and find an advisor that they can work with. And even more so, I understand that there's a lot more potential downfalls for that person than they even realize.